Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So, the fight between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz is starting to heat up. It's been pretty much made official at this point, and we all know how I feel about this. If you don't know, I'm about to tell you. So, Deontay Wilder, is he my favorite heavyweight? Absolutely. Do I think he's the #1 heavyweight? No, I do not. Why is that? It's simple. Because I don't think there's no #1 heavyweight right now. If I had to pick, if the stars were to align the way that they were supposed to and none of the extra BS was involved in the sport of boxing, the #1 heavyweight right now would be Tyson Fury. But it's not. He doesn't hold any belts right now. So this is how it's about to go. Similar to a college football playoff, you're about to have Deontay Wilder face off against Luis Ortiz. You're going to have Anthony Joshua face off against Joseph Parker. Me, I'm on that. I'm on the side with the masses when I believe on who I believe will win. I believe Deontay Wilder is going to stop Luis Ortiz, and I believe Anthony Joshua is going to stop Joseph Parker. But the thing about that is, I believe that Anthony Joshua is going to have a little more of a more difficult fight on his side. Now, I say that because there's been a lot of talks about Anthony Joshua cutting weight, and I feel like when it comes to his stamina, he's going to when it comes to his stamina, he's going to be better. You know, he's going to be in better physical condition, but the confidence of his strength may not be there. Now, the reason I say that because me personally, like I come from a weightlifting background. Am I a boxer? No, not at all. I'm not going to fake the funk like some guys out here, but I come from a weightlifting background, and a guy like Anthony Joshua, you know, he definitely has the mental makeup of a weightlifter. And it's just one of those things where when you lift weight and when you're a weightlifter and you gain a certain amount of mass and you cut weight down, like when you have just a basic amount of experience, you understand when you drop that weight, you will lose strength. It doesn't matter how you go about it. You're a grown man that's been lifting weights for an extended period of time. You've seen significant results. When you start to cut weight, your strength will go down. Now, that's going to be in Anthony Joshua's head. I know he's cut weight for fights before. I know he's been in the gym and he's seen his lift, like PRs, drop at that particular time during the cut. And I feel like it's going to mentally affect him when he gets in the ring with Joseph Parker if he seriously went this whole route about cutting weight for the fight. That's why I believe it's just not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a physical thing. I think it's going to be a mental thing for Anthony Joshua, and that's just going to slow him down, make the fight a little bit more difficult for him against Joseph Parker. But it's actually a good thing. I say it's a good thing because I'd rather Anthony Joshua test his new physique, his lighter frame against Joseph Parker than get in the ring with Deontay Wilder and test it out for the first time, and then he gets stopped, and now he has a boatload of excuses. So that's that with the whole Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker fight. Now, to my man, Deontay Wilder. I feel like Deontay Wilder is on a mission. He's a madman on a mission. Luis Ortiz, he's in his crosshairs, and it's simple. He's going for destruction. He's trying to take that Cuban head off, and no disrespect to any other Cubans out there, but Luis Ortiz, as much as I've always wanted to support the guy, he is a drug cheat, and I won't treat him any different than any other drug cheat in boxing. He needs to be punished. He needs to be punished for his actions. And only after Deontay Wilder takes his head off in the ring as early as possible in a more devastating fashion that he beat Bermane Stiverne, then and only then I will have sympathy for Luis Ortiz, and I'll be back on his side. To me, Deontay Wilder needs to beat the drug cheat out of Luis Ortiz, and once that's done, then I'll be back with Team Ortiz, and I'll be rooting for him for his success. Now, taking his age into consideration, the chances of Luis Ortiz climbing back up the ladder in the heavyweight division and dominating and capturing the title is kind of slim to none. But that's not my concern. That's not Deontay Wilder's concern. That's Luis Ortiz and his team's concern. and I'm sure they're going to deal with that appropriately, or he'll just retire or try to have a couple of money fights. Whatever they decide to do, that's all up to him. Now, the fight, I feel like it's going to go about 5 rounds. I give it 5-round max before Deontay Wilder connects. The moment Deontay Wilder connects, it's just going to be one of those moments in a fight where you have a fighter like Luis Ortiz that has been pretty damn dominant throughout his career. He's going to be extremely shocked by the power of Deontay Wilder. And I'm not trying to sound cliche or anything, but it's just inevitable. Luis Ortiz is an older guy. You know, he's less athletic. Now, is he more fundamentally sound than Deontay Wilder? Absolutely. But I feel like in this fight, it's just going to be, you know, power versus power. And if Luis Ortiz is smart, he'll definitely try to finesse Wilder as long as possible. But I find it hard to believe that Luis Ortiz will be able to keep Wilder off of him, keep that right hand off of him for 12 rounds. And the whole thing about it is, Wilder's not a one-handed fighter. Wilder's not, you know, the reverse of Donnie Stevenson going in there with just bombs from the right hand. Wilder, he has fireworks in both hands. So even if the left hand doesn't put him to sleep like the right, it will rock Luis Ortiz. And guess what? It's going to leave him wide open for a right hand straight down the pipe. Ending the fight. And next thing you know, you're going to have Deontay Wilder once again victorious with his hand raised in the ring, going crazy, calling out Anthony Joshua. Now, we all know since the Wilder fight is first, it's kind of pointless for him to call out Joshua at this point because Joshua needs to focus on Joseph Parker. Joshua will be a fool not to focus on him, even though I believe Joshua will win the fight. He still just needs to remain focused. So Deontay Wilder needs to save his breath after that fight and not even call him out. He needs to simply put himself in a position where he's focused and promote himself as much as possible, get his name out there, and make sure he shows up at that Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker fight, and make sure he gets put on the camera, tries to get in the ring, whatever Deontay Wilder needs to do, it has to be done. Whatever promotional strategy, whatever, I don't even know. It's hard to even say it. Like whatever Wilder needs to do, whatever tactic he needs to utilize to get that to get that fight with Anthony Joshua. If he wants to take the page out of Laurel Book, jump in the ring, jump on stage, call him out in front of all of his people, embarrass him, and pretty much put him on blast and let his fans know if he doesn't take this fight right now, he's a coward. And if he agrees to take this fight because we're face to face and he doesn't, he's a liar. So he needs to go the extreme route, get the fight, have those negotiations started if they haven't started already. Even if they have started, that's good. Just promote the fight even more and just simply make it happen. This is Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.